Well, here's the bust that was unveiled of Brisbane tennis player Ken Fletcher in January 2014 in his park, Ken Fletcher Park in Brisbane. And you know, Ken Fletcher was a champion tennis player around the world. People often wonder why Queensland had so many fantastic champions back in the 50s and 60s. And for example, we had people like Mal Anderson, who was #2 in the world for 1957 and 58. And he was from Theodore, which is a little town just near Rockhampton, which Rod Laver came out of 3 years later. And when Anderson came down to play in Brisbane, there was a champion tennis player 2 years younger than him called Roy Emerson, who was from Blackbutt, just near Brisbane. And Anderson and Emerson look so much alike that they call them the tennis twins.
So, Peter Racy here from Frew Park YouTube channel, and here again with Mal. Mal, I've got a clipping from the Courier Mail, 27th of July 1953, and you've just won at the age of 18. My glassless eyes are reading it correctly. The first South East Queensland men's singles, and you were the youngest person at that stage to win that particular title. And what fascinated me about it was that Daphne Sini won over Faye Muller on the same event.
Was that right?
Yeah, yeah.
Because we both came from up, around the Rockhampton area.
You did?
Because she was from Monto and I'm from Theodore, yeah. And I knew Daph, and she used to get coached also by Charlie Hollis.
Well, funny enough, in her interviews, Charlie Hollis tested her out playing against you. That was her story.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, we played against one another because he used to have 5 or 6 in a squad, and he'd make us all challenge one another to give us the variety,
yeah.
which was a good idea.
Yeah. So, and the other highlight of your career, we've already heard about the winning the American Open and unseeded, and that was a great story with you. I quite like that. And since your retirement, is it still that the Queensland Open is now played under your name?
Well, yes, it's a great honour. The Tennis Queensland certainly asked me, would I mind, who would say no to it, because that's a great honour to have. And, because, I've loved the game, and, I played it up until such time as my hips were giving me that trouble, and that was about 55 when I stopped playing tournaments.
But you still coach, don't you? You
Yes.
still coach juniors.
Oh yes, I love the, I have near Gatton in the Lockyer Valley, we live and coach around there, and the kids are so nice. And so are the parents. They don't want to know how their Johnny or Margaret, Mary's going. They just say, gee, you're doing a great job. Yeah. So, which I do anyway, the best ability.
Yeah, no, it's when you read the history throughout the Google searches, it's quite obvious that you love the game and you just put your heart and soul into it.
Yeah, well, I did it probably 20 years, where I used to travel about 5 or 6 weeks in a year through Queensland trying to promote tennis in schools, and I enjoyed that. We used to take a couple of juniors with us each trip, and they have 5 zones: the south, west, north, central, and far north. And it was great, going out to the country towns and kids, and it was wonderful. And
that's really reflecting your experience when you were a kid, isn't it? Because that's how you got involved in tennis.
It is, yeah. And fortunately, I had keen parents who loved the game. They never had a chance to play, but they gave me the chance, and could never repay for what they did.
Oh, let's have some of these interviews you can say a thank you to. And with that, we'll say good morning and thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Billy Lee Lam, and I hope you are enjoying these YouTube videos of the great Milton Tennis Centre.